Good day. Today, Sunday, September 11, 2022. As the conflict in Ukraine marks 200 days, the Navy has reclaimed swaths of the south and the east in a long-anticipated counterattack that dealt a heavy blow to Russian forces. Operations at the Russian-held Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant in Ukraine have stopped as a security measure as fears of a radiation catastrophe continue. Ukraine says its forces are working to wrest manipulation of cities and villages around the strategic hub of Izium from Russian troops as the phase of a counteroffensive in the country's east. Ukraine's navy in the Kherson vicinity is looking to force Russian forces from their foothold on the west financial institution of the Dnieper River, a workable vantage factor for a push deeper into Ukraine by means of Moscow. Xi to meet Putin as West seeks to punish Russia for Ukraine war. Xi Jinping will go away to China this week for the first time in greater than 2 years for a day out to Central Asia, the place he will meet Vladimir Putin. Xi is due on a kingdom to go to Kazakhstan on Wednesday and will then meet Putin at the Shanghai Cooperation Organization's summit in the historical Silk Road town of Samarkand in Uzbekistan. The assembly will supply President Xi a chance to underscore his clout whilst Putin can display Russia's tilt toward Asia. Each leader can exhibit their opposition to the United States simply as the West seeks to punish Russia for the Ukraine war. France-Romania deal to expand Ukraine grain exports will center of attention on growing countries. France's transport minister has stated he will signal a settlement with Romania to extend Ukrainian grain exports to growing countries, inclusive of the Mediterranean. Ukraine's grain exports have slumped due to the fact that at the beginning of the combat its Black Sea ports, a key route for shipments, had been closed off, using up international meals expenses and prompting fears of shortages in Africa and the Middle East. Romania, the EU's second-largest exporter of wheat to non-EU countries, such as Egypt, after France and the biggest in maize corn, has been one of the choice routes used to export Ukrainian grain. Germany ought to aid Ukraine's counteroffensive, politicians say. Leading politicians in Germany's governing coalition have known for greater assistance for the Ukrainian army offensive in opposition to Russian troops that are presently gaining momentum in components of the country. Germany have to at once play its phase in Ukraine's successes and provide blanketed automobiles, the Marder infantry combat automobile and the Leopard 2 predominant struggle tanks. The chairwoman of the Defense Committee, Marie-Agnes Strack-Zimmermann, instructed the DPA information agency. Germany has to count on the main position in Europe in the combat for democracy, peace and freedom, stated the flesh presser of the pro-business FDP, which is the junior associate in the German coalition, which additionally consists of the center-left SPD and the Greens. Certainly, this is now not the time for dithering and hesitation, she said. The cutting-edge Navy increase of the Ukrainian Navy and the first recaptured territories in the east of the United States, talk of Ukraine's war energy and unconditional will to take again its invaded country. SPD overseas coverage professional Michael Roth additionally spoke out in favor of shortly aiding the United States with new weapons. Backup electricity line to Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant restored, IAEA says. A backup strength line to the Russian-held Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, ZNPP, in Ukraine has been restored, presenting it with the exterior electrical energy it wishes to cool its reactors, the International Atomic Energy Agency has said. After yesterday's restoration of energy line, ZNPP operator this morning shut down its ultimate working reactor, which over the previous week had been imparting ZNPP-required energy after it was once disconnected from the grid, the IAEA stated on Twitter. This strength can now come from the grid instead. France to signal a deal with Romania to make bigger Ukraine grain exports. France's transport minister has stated he would signal a settlement with Romania to enlarge Ukrainian grain exports to growing countries, which include the Mediterranean. Tomorrow, I will signal an accord with Romania that will permit Ukraine to get even extra grains out in the direction of Europe and growing countries, surprisingly in the Mediterranean international locations which want it for food, Clement Beaune advised LCI television, including that the deal blanketed exports by using land, sea, and river. Russia hitting Ukrainian army ambitions in Kharkiv location report. Russian forces are hitting Ukrainian military positions in the Kharkiv location with precision strikes, Russian information corporations have quoted the country's defense ministry as saying. The file should no longer right away be verified. Thanks for watching and subscribing to the channel.